There are many species of cactus common in Texas, and these include cholla, dog cactus, tassajia, and pricklypear. Pricklypear alone infests over 30 million acres of Texas rangeland, predominantly in the western two-thirds of the state. Pricklypear and other cactus are extremely tolerant of drought and harsh conditions and are protected from grazing animals to some extent by their spines. All species of cactus have the ability to grow and increase in abundance very rapidly. Cactus can become a management problem when plants reach a density as to interfere with the movement and handling of livestock, when they begin to compete with more desirable forage plants, or when they are consumed by livestock, causing livestock health problems. Hi, I'm Dr. Alan McGinty, Extension Range Specialist with the Texas Agricultural Extension Service, and this is my partner here, Dr. Darrell Eckert, Range Scientist with the Texas Agricultural Experiment Station. Now, over the next few minutes, we're going to show you two brushbuster methods to control pricklypear and other cactus. Now, you're going to find these methods easy, inexpensive, environmentally responsible, and very effective to use.
These brushbusters methods are best suited for controlling relatively low densities of cactus. Higher densities may require broadcast herbicide applications, prescribed fire, or a combination of fire and broadcast spraying. One of the brushbusters methods, called the pad or stem spray, involves spraying a small but potent concentration of herbicide directly on the pads or stems of the individual cactus plants. The second method uses no herbicides and controls the cactus simply by top removal. By following our simple step-by-step directions on how to use these methods, you'll be able to selectively control cactus without damaging your desirable trees, shrubs, forbs, or grasses. The brushbuster's top removal method involves simply cutting the main roots of the cactus 2 to 4 inches below the soil surface. This can be done with a shovel or a grubbing hoe. The detached plants can then be removed from the pasture or stacked on piles of brush. Remember, any pricklypear pads in contact with the soil will likely root and grow new plants. Tassajia and cholla cactus are not as easily controlled by hand grubbing because of their growth form and reinfestation from broken plant parts.
When using the brushbuster's pad or stem spray method, small pump-up garden sprayers like this, or backpack sprayers, or even sprayers mounted on ATVs work very well. Now, regardless of the sprayer that you use, it's important that you use the right nozzle. You need a nozzle that's capable of delivering a coarse spray with large droplets. We generally recommend an X6 to an X8 adjustable cone type nozzle. Now, if you're going to be using one of these backpack sprayers, you might want to consider getting you these aftermarket shoulder harnesses. What this does is take the weight of the sprayer, puts it on your hips and not on your shoulders, and makes it a lot more easy and comfortable to use. And you're also going to find that these backpack sprayers work better if you're trying to spray pricklypear that's underneath dense stands of brush. Under more open conditions, these ATV type sprayers will become more efficient.
The herbicide Tordon 22K is used when controlling cacti with the brushbuster's pad or stem spray. This herbicide is a restricted use product, so a Texas Department of Agriculture pesticide applicator's license is required to purchase and apply the product. Tordon 22K is not on the restricted list because of its potential toxicity to you, your livestock, or your wildlife. This is a very safe herbicide when used according to label directions. When mixing Tordon 22K, you should wear rubber gloves and eye protection. To prepare the spray mix, first fill your tank half full with water. Then add Tordon 22K at a 1% concentration to the water. You'll find it helpful to use a spray marking dye such as highlight blue dye to mark the plants that have been sprayed and to tell you if you're getting an adequate amount of spray on the green pads or stem. This dye should be added next at a concentration of 1/4 to 1/2%. To ensure a thorough coating of the spray on the waxy pads or stems of cacti, we recommend that you add diesel fuel to your spray mix at a concentration of 5%. An emulsifier such as Triton X100 or Sponto 712 or even liquid dish soap needs to be added to the diesel before it's poured into the tank to make the diesel and the water mix. We recommend using 1 ounce of emulsifier per gallon of diesel fuel. Once the emulsifier is added to the diesel, shake it up good, and then pour the diesel and emulsifier mixture into the tank. After this is done, then you fill the tank to volume with water under pressure to ensure proper mixing. It may be necessary to re-agitate the spray mixture after the tank's been left stationary for even short periods. Watch your spray tank closely, and if you see the diesel rising to the top, then re-agitate. Or you may want to add a little more emulsifier or soap to the mixture. Do not attempt to use a surfactant or a sticker spreader to make diesel fuel mixed with water. The following table shows the amount of each ingredient to add to the spray tank for various tank sizes.
The Brush Busters pad or stem spray can be applied year-round except during extremely cold weather. Apply the spray until the pads or stems are almost wet, but not to the point of runoff. Results will be faster and more consistent if both sides of the pads are sprayed. Now, other cactus species should be sprayed in a similar manner. The highlight blue dye will be more visible when the grasses growing within the cactus are dormant due to dry or cold weather. It's important to remember when using either the Brush Busters pad and stem spray or the top removal method that controlling pricklypear is not a one-time job. These plants produce many viable seeds that may germinate over time. And also livestock and wildlife spread the seeds and scatter the pads and joints of cacti over a large area. So you'll need to go over your land occasionally to get rid of unwanted seedlings. Now also remember that pricklypear may have value as a livestock feed during drought or as food and cover for wildlife such as quail, deer, or javelina. Now fortunately the Brush Buster methods are selective, allowing you to get rid of the pricklypear you don't want and to keep those that you wish to keep.
In addition, when using the Brush Busters methods for pricklypear control, keep these other points in mind. The purchase and use of Tordon 22K requires a pesticide applicator's license from the Texas Department of Agriculture. See your county extension agent for more information about the license. Always follow the herbicide label directions. Pricklypear dies slowly following application of the Brush Busters pad or stem spray. Total plant kill may take up to 2 years. Don't use the pad or stem spray if the pads and stems are wet or if the air temperatures are very cold. Don't use the pad or stem spray immediately upwind from desirable trees, shrubs, or susceptible crops, or within 100 feet of known sinkholes or fractures that might allow the herbicide to enter underground water aquifers. Don't spray within 20 yards of endangered plants. Check with your U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service for information about endangered species in your area. To avoid damage to desirable trees such as pecans and live oaks, do not spray Tordon 22K herbicide beneath these trees. Remember, the cost of treatment increases rapidly as the density and size of your pricklypear and other cacti increases. And finally, any type of mechanical injury that bruises or punctures pricklypear pads will speed up and improve plant kill with the Brush Busters pad or stem spray.
We know that if you will follow these easy to understand steps that are outlined in this pamphlet, which is available from any county extension service office, you will have success controlling pricklypear and other cactus. Now, although results may vary with weather and other conditions, you should be able to kill more than 7 of every 10 prickly pear or cactus that you treat.